Good evening and welcome to the SCIAC Conference matchup of the University of Laverne Leopards versus the Cal Lutheran Regals. I am Zach Gretsch alongside two-time All-American Brianna Gonzalez. It's your homecoming night today. Welcome, Bree.
Thank you, Zach. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you, and I'm mesmerized by the presence of an All-American as well. So let's look at the standings here for Laverne. For Laverne, the Leopards are 7-2 on SCIAC overall in their conference. They are tied with Mona Pitzer. A win here tonight will give them just a step closer in competing for that SCIAC championship. Hopefully it's against Claremont, but Scripps. And then we got Cal Lutheran on, the bottom of the leaderboard. Still have a lot of way to go. And 4-5 on the SCIAC conference overall, and they're off a 3-game win streak as well. Let's see some players here to watch. And for Laverne, two-time All-American number 23, Maya Ray, outside hitter with 247 kills on the year, ranked first in SCIAC and averaging 3.94 kills per set, which is also first in SCIAC, 32 service aces, along with 50 blocks, 174 digs, and averaging 2.7 digs per set. And then Lauren Gott, outside hitter, averaging 170 kills on the year and 2.5 kills per set, 14 service aces alongside 24 blocks, 204 digs, and averaging 3 digs per set. Then we got an All-American as well, number 19, Malia Capistrano, the setter, with 328 assists, with 29 service aces, 138 digs, and averaging 2.03 digs per set. And then we got, for the Regals, number 13, Kira Mortens in the middle blocker, with 147 kills on the year, averaging 2.63 kills per set, 82 blocks, which is first in SCIAC, and 9 digs, and averaging 0.16 digs per set. And then we got number 16, Sophia Mueller, with 117 kills and 2.25 kills per set, 3 service aces, 29 blocks, alongside 37 digs, 0.71 digs per set. And then we got number 10, Tess Holbert, a setter with 344 assists, averaging 6.25 assists per set, 24 service aces, 17 blocks, 108 digs, and 1.96 digs per set. And that does it for the Regals. And here tonight, it could be an upset for them as they've been on a 3-game win streak. And then Laverne trying to bounce back here at home as they lost against the Chapman University Panthers. So, Bree, you were coached by Jeff Hendershot. No, you weren't, excuse me. Anyways, but Dawn Flora.
Yes.
But what do you feel as coming in here, just seeing their season overall as, a former player yourself?
Yeah, they're excited to get back on, to get another W on the board for them, and they're looking to do it in their home gym.
Yeah, and with the Cal Lutheran Regals as well, going against a nationally ranked team, what's their mindset, you believe, just trying to get an upset here tonight?
Yeah, well, I definitely think they're coming in tonight confident off their 3-win streak, and they're looking to take Laverne off, if they can, off the top of the conference. It's always tough when you're playing a team that doesn't have a lot to lose because they're just going to give it their all.
No, exactly that. And I also think, too, it's firing all cylinders. You have to bring the aggression and the firepower right to this team to get them shocked and off balance. What would you give advice as an All-American yourself? I think you got one with 2008, right? I believe. Was that your All-American year?
Yeah, that was my senior year. That year was a very fun year for us as we, finished second in the country at the national championship game. I think tonight they just have to stay focused and be confident themselves in their own gym and play their game their way.
Exactly, well put. I couldn't say it any better, Bree. One thing you would say for Laverne, they got a big game coming up next week. So here tonight, I think what's the best thing that's going to separate them from, Cal Luth here tonight?
Something we used to always say was there's no tomorrow without today. So the next week probably isn't even on their mind. They should be thinking about just this first serve, this first set, this first hit to get the flow going tonight.
So being present is the number one thing for this team as they are very well balanced. And
absolutely.
Yeah, and coached by the Leopards is Jeff Hendershot, and for the Regals, it is Kelly Rosell. As she talked to her a little bit, she's very fun, overall personality, so she wants to bring it, give a lot of confidence to their players.
Yeah, both head coaches are strong and, you know, excited to be here tonight.
Coaches, officials, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the venue. At this time, we invite you to please rise if able, remove your caps, and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
As we hear the opening
Thank you.
lineups for
Before we
Laverne
introduce
Leopards.
tonight's starters, we'd like to welcome the Ramona Middle School volleyball team attending tonight's game. Welcome, Ramona. We hope you enjoy the game. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Regals. A 5'9" sophomore from Buena Park, California, number 9, Taryn Ruckert. A 6'3" grad student from Butte, Montana, number 13, Kira Mortensen. A 6'2" senior from Culver City, California, number 16, Sophia Mueller. A 5'8" sophomore from Corona, California, number 18, Keegan Corley. A 5'10" junior from Reno, Nevada, number 20, Alex Hayes. A 5'7" sophomore from Aiea, Hawaii, number 27, McKenna Kawamura. And a 5'10" freshman from Spokane, Washington, number 24, Kennedy Smith. The Regals are coached by Kelly Rosell. She's assisted by Kevin Judd, Carly Rose Howard, and Alec Bennett. And now the starting lineup for your University of Laverne Leopards. A 5'11" freshman from Santa Monica, California, number 2, Kimi Watanabe Mayhew. A 5'5" senior from Long Beach, California, number 4, Madison Smith. A 5'5" junior from Upland, California, number 5, Vanessa Marquez. A 5'11" sophomore from Wrightwood, California, number 11, Lauren Gott. A 6'1" junior from Frisco, Texas, number 15, Kat Bloomer. A 5'6" grad student from Eva Beach, Hawaii, number 21, Caitlin Patterson. A 6'2" junior from Pomona, California, number 23, Maya Ray. And a 5'10" senior from West Covina, California, number 26, Allison Whiteman. The Leopards are coached by Jeff Hendershot. He's assisted by Randy Taylor-Tumay, Mario Meza, Jack Coberly, and Ayana Mir. Once again, welcome to the University of Laverne and enjoy the game.
So there you have it. This is University of Laverne Leopards starting lineup and the Cal Lutheran Regals starting lineup. One thing I wanted to tell you, Bree, is I went to school with number 26, Allison Whiteman, so it's great to see her on the court. She's been a great addition for the Leopards.
So much fun. I love that.
Yeah, she's brought in a lot of electrifying plays to this explosive offense with Lauren Gott, Maya Ray, and also along with, you know, the middle blocker of Kat Bloomer and, you know, KP Patterson, number 21, the libero. It's just all these people that can just get them over that hump that they've been wanting to, you know, go for, to, you know, compete to a national championship eventually, hopefully.
You know, that's the goal, right? And if it's, we want it to be this year, we want a conference championship, we want back, you know, in the regional presence. And all good things are going to be coming to this program.
Yeah, and another, star player to look out for the Regals is number 10, Tess Holbert. She has 344 assists, in SCIAC, and that's something that's, very well, put. Being selfless, setting up your teammates, making the right plays, and it's just credit to, Coach Relsell's coaching and just getting her team amped up to, play a, a really pretty heavy team in Laverne.
Absolutely. Under Coach Roselle's leadership, CLU has always had a really strong sense of unity and teamness to their program. So they're a tough team to beat.
Yeah, and it should be a fun one here tonight. And I just want to see from overall high Q level playing volleyball. And, good luck to both teams, and let's get some started.
Absolutely.
Now we got serving is number 21 for the Regals, McKenna Kawamura. She is the setter for the Regals. Now Kawamura serve right to the response of Maya Ray. Going off fierce, like I say, number 11, Lauren Gott. She just has a nose for the ball, and there you go with her attack to her first point for the Leopards.
That was a great pass by Maya Ray, way to set the tone for the offense.
And there's one of my close friends, number 26, Allison Whiteman, up to serve for the Leopards. Whiteman serve right there on the back left line. Just a little bit too far. I think that was number 16, Sophia Miller. Great effort, though.
Looked like she was trying to get just the top of the middle blocker's hands and just missed them.
Now it's another point, and Allison Wyman back up to serve for the Leopards. Response, Kawamura. Now a setup from Mueller. Going with the roll shot. Now set up to Maya Ray. Great dig from the libero of the Regals. Good rally overall.
Laverne just caught out of system on that one and could not recover.
And that just can jumpstart the Regals to an offensive display.
Right, momentum. Momentum is something in volleyball that you always want to try to take advantage of. And right now, CLU has it, but just lost it with that missed serve.
A service error right there from number 9, Taryn Ruckert. Now a couple subs. So the energy beat I want to highlight is number 8, Zachy Kostin. She's a defensive presence here for the Leopards. And then checking in is the All-American number 19, Malia Capistrano. There's Capistrano's serve right to Regals. Great response. And kill shot from number 16, Sophia Mueller. Way to bounce back. She had a little error in the beginning and now comes back with the kill shot. Great response, 3-2. The Regals trying to get and tie up this matchup here. That was set to Maya Ray. It's over. Good setup for the opposite hitter. And it goes to Laverne, edging and cutting through that line as Maya Ray, the two-time All-American, gets the points for the Leopards. And now Maya Ray to serve for the Leopards. You're gonna hear her name a lot tonight. Ray serve. That's an ace for Maya Ray. That's her 33rd ace on the year. One thing about her, Bree, is she's almost in the leaderboard for the team in almost every category.
Definitely a true 6 rotation outside hitter.
Now the point goes to the Regals. Now subs checking in for the Regals. Number 2, Caitlin Murphy. And up to serve now is number 10, I believe, Tess Holbert.
Great pass by libero Maddie Smith for the Leopards.
And that's a great kill shot and response from number 8, Zachy Kostin. She's one of my favorite players to watch. Bree, she's the energizer bunny for the Leopards.
She's definitely a fun player to watch. Tons of energy, which is what you really want from a middle blocker and leading that offense.
Definitely, and there's Madison Smith's serve right there. Set up for the Regals.
Out of system ball for Laverne with a save by Ray. Out of system for Cal Lutheran as well.
And there was a response.
Great block by Lauren Gott.
Lauren Gott is just a fierce competitor for the Leopards. She's starting to separate herself early, and that could be a trouble for the Regals.
You know, I was really excited to watch her play last year, and I'm just excited to continue to watch her grow as an all-around outside hitter.
And that's a great dump pass, I believe.
Absolutely, yeah. Offensive dump from the setter for Cal Lutheran.
You know, sometimes that's even more deadly than a kill shot itself because it can get the defense in disarray.
Absolutely.
That's the 4th point for the Regals. And up to serve for the Regals is number 12, Alexis Holloway.
Great save by Malia Capistrano, setter for Laverne.
The setup. Good defensive wall from Allison Whiteman, and credit an assist to Zachy Kostin, number 8.
Unfortunately, that block was out of bounds. They had the timing right. They just need to really make sure that their block is pressing inside the court and not facing out.
And that gets momentum back to the Regals more, trying to get back into this ball game.
Another great pass by Maya Ray.
And that's defensive presence on the block from number 13 for the Regals, Kira Mortensen, the middle blocker, 6'3", man.
Great approach by Allison Whiteman. I'd like to see her kind of step in a little bit more aggressively, try to see that block on her and use them as her tool to get that point back.
Yeah, well put. Now Holloway's serve, good response, set up for Lauren Gott. And it'll be off the deflection of a Cal Lutheran Regal player. Credit to Lauren Gott. And that's the 8th point for the Leopards. That's another newcomer for the Leopards, number 5, just checking in to serve, Vanessa Marquez. She's brought a great addition as another setter for the Leopards. Marquez serve. Good save from CLU in response. That was Holloway. And that's a point for Kat Bloomer, as she was the Leopard of the Week for the volleyball team. Kat Bloomer's been another presence for this heavily stouted Laverne team. And that's the 9th point for them. It's 9-6, Regals trailing.
Out of system ball for the Regals.
That was the right approach, just a little over the head and obviously out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, I can appreciate anyone trying to be aggressive with the third contact ball, even if it is out of system. Unfortunately, that was just unlucky for the Regals.
Now Marquez's serve, right to the libero for the Regals. Great kill shot from number 13, Kira Mortensen. As she is heavily stouted for the Regals, and
Yeah.
she leads their team in kills with 147, just added her total here tonight. Now the libero, Keegan Corley, on that serve. There's Lauren Gott flying in. Now a setup for the outside hitter for the Regals. Another setup. Great pass from Maya Ray to set up Lauren Gott. Point be the Regals. And what did you see on that play right there, Bree?
You know, an out-of-system ball that's really wide of the antenna forces the outside hitter to really know her angle and kind of go with the geometry there, if you can see it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think Lauren Gott saw that angle in time.
Would you say that's off because of the pass was a miscue, or is it just?
Yeah, I think Maya Ray tried to keep it in play with that second ball touch, and it was just unfortunately a little too wide past the antenna.
Okay, definitely. And now Lauren Gott up to serve for the Leopards. Good setup for Keegan Corley. Oh, excuse me, that was Taryn Ruckert. And that's out of bounds. Great awareness from the Leopards.
Yeah, Ruckert has the right idea. That right back zone is open. But again, they're just a little too long on their shots.
And that can hurt you eventually overall. Great aggression overall in their mindset, but it can slip away and extend the Leopards' lead, and you don't want to go far behind against this team.
Absolutely, Zach. They're already down by 4. This is their time right now to slowly try to catch up one by one.
And they did it right there on the wall. I believe that was a block from number 2, Caitlin Murphy. She gets subbed out for number 21, who's up to serve for the Regals, McKenna Kawamura. Now Kawamura. Tess Myre. Way to keep it alive from Vanessa Marquez. Now a set. Great defensive pressure from Laverne. Oh, diving play. Now, again, like you say, that approach got short. Do you feel like it's some of the footwork on that, or?
Absolutely. You know, it's the outside hitter's job to prepare themselves to be successful, and by that I mean they need to transition off the net with enough space, enough time to be able to attack any ball, whether it's in system, out of system, and make a good decision. So a lot of times outside hitters that get stuck to a tight ball or maybe a little bit wide, if they haven't transitioned, they're not going to have a lot of options.
Yeah, and that's crucial because I think you go through that pregame warm-ups, and sometimes when it goes in the game, you might have to do a minor adjustment to try to fix it and get back on cue, but they are trying to get her going. Number 9, Taryn Ruckert. But now Allison Whiteman up to serve for the Leopards again. And then, was that a double hit on that one as well when they put the 2 on the air?
I think we're trying to figure out what exactly Coach Roselle is asking from the referee. We have the floor captain for the Regals in communication between the ref and the head coach.
No, and I appreciate this, advice and just introspective on the game because it's giving me analysis from a player's point of view. It's helping me a lot.
Absolutely. Great coverage by Regals defense.
Yeah, way to respond from that towering wall of the Leopards.
Absolutely.
Oh, great save and dig from the libero, but they call it Laverne Way. What do you see on there?
The angle that we're standing from, it's hard. It looks good to me, but again, we are behind them. The top ref, that is his call. He's right there. And unfortunately, even if it makes a little bit of contact with the floor, it's still going to be count as hitting the floor. So she might have had a good pancake touch, but if there was still any floor on that ball, it's going to be called the other way.
And I think in every sport too, a lot of the officials, they get the final say. Rather, a lot of arguing back and forth, but again, it's the decision of the official. And that's hard sometimes, but they got to focus, like you say, a point each time, be present, try to crawl back into this lead.
Absolutely. As a player, as soon as the whistle's blown, you got to let it go and focus on the next ball, whether it was good or bad.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think, coming from your perspective, do you feel like, with the footwork or just in general, how do you settle yourself down in this atmosphere of Laverne in the tents? It's a very rowdy place to be in, especially for a away team that's visiting. And let's see how the Regals adjust. What would you say advice to them?
I think that they've got to find whatever works for them. When I played many years ago, we would constantly be in communication with each other, making sure we're all on the same page, and we were very present in the moment. And it looks like that CLU has that similar characteristic because I see them talking a lot to one another.
Yeah, and I think communication is the biggest thing in volleyball. You have to be on the same page the entire time.
Absolutely. Great coverage from the Regals again. It's unfortunate to see their third ball of attack. The last few plays have been pretty soft and free, like the one just right now. They're working really hard in defense and coverage, but they're not attacking that third ball.
And that's a deflection off a Regal player. Point goes to Laverne. And one thing about Laverne is they always value that rally between the players in the pass, always getting that third pass strong. And something I think the Regals need to focus on is getting a rally of their own, getting the pass to set it up and get a better, strategy from that point.
Absolutely. They can't really rely on Laverne making a lot of mistakes to get their advantage back. They've got to earn it themselves.
No, definitely well put. Now, they've been trying to get her going all day. That's number 9, Taryn Ruckert. Let's see what she can do. Good response from Lauren Gott. Now set up for Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew.
A little bit long for Maya Ray there, but I'm sure she'll find the rhythm back tonight.
Maya Ray, you know, she'll make a couple of mistakes, but she bounces back. And that's something of a caliber, as you see in an All-American player, just like yourself. You're gonna find your rhythm. It doesn't matter how long it takes, you'll get it going. Score is Laverne Leopards 16 and the Cal Lutheran Regals 11 in this first set of the Sky Conference matchup.
And
17-11, Leopards in the lead over the Regals. And now Malia Capistrano to serve. Straight to the libero for the Regals. Great pass from Smith, set up Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew, the freshman. Now set up for the Regals. Great realignment from Laverne. Soaring in is number 11, Lauren Gott. Again, like you said, you've watched her over the years, especially last year, and she's just improving every game she's been playing.
you know, Lauren Gott is just so athletic. She's somebody that could probably play any position, and she's going to give it her all. So it's just exciting to see her play this year and see how well she's continuing to do.
It's out of bounce. Point goes to Laverne. It's going to be 19, serving 11. Leopards in the lead over the Regals. Be a timeout for Coach Rosell. And it's hard, an 8-point lead. Then anything happens in volleyball, like you said, momentum is a big, crucial thing in volleyball in general, and I think that's something that the Regals really need right now, as the Leopards are in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we're getting close to go time. We used to always say when we get to 20, that was go time, and that's just like, let's close it down, shut it down. Let's just end this game and continue to execute and not let the team come back.
Yeah, Bree, I think it's that like laser focus. I think that's something that separates yourself from a championship mentality to just a great mentality overall, but it separates it from greatness.
Absolutely, yeah.
So here's a replay on Lauren Gott's last kill. She's just overall always on the floor. And Coach Hendershot just says nothing but great things about Lauren's attack and ready preparation. I think that's great footwork right there. I mean, what would you say, Bree?
Yeah, and it was just so fun to see how easy her flow is. And, you know, a back row attack is not simple by any means, especially when the set is off or it's a little bit out of system. So to just be able to go in there and swing as a sophomore, you know, that's big for her.
It is, and she almost seasoned veteran at this point, definitely. Now 19, serving 11, number 19 All-American Malia Capistrano, as the Leopards are in the lead over the Regals. Now Malia on the response. Oh, great. I think it's a roll shot, but there's a little...
It looks like they're calling an over touch from their middle blocker, meaning she reached over the net when the ball was not her possession still.
I think that was number 20, Alex Hayes.
Yeah, it was not a net call. It was definitely like you touched it too soon.
Well, now they get their point back there. That's for sure one for them. But I think it's number 16 for the Regals, Sophia Mueller. They're trying to crawl back into this one.
Kelly Roselle not too happy about the referee's calls tonight. A few have been unlucky for the Regals.
Definitely that, and it's hard as an away team, especially playing a team that's in home court advantage.
Tip from Maya Ray. Like the idea, don't love the spot. I think she needs to go deeper with those offensive tips. Zachy Kostin with the kill, bringing her energy, just like you talked about.
Yeah, Zachy Kostin can play offense just as good as her defense, and she's bringing it here tonight and picking her spots. Now 21 serving 12. The Leopards are in the lead over the Regals. And you're going to see a replay of Zachy Kostin. Now back to the game. So the Leopards now set up from Malia Capistrano to Lauren Gott. Great save from McKenna Kawamura. Now Leopards. Oh, great idea from Malia Capistrano, and it just set up Zachy Kostin again.
That's a great teammate right there, just ready on the block, ready to see.
It's
ready to see what the other team has.
It's awareness of 99 overall in that, and it's just showing their preparation, what they do as a team. Their chemistry is just very in sync here tonight. Now 22-12, serving Leopards in the lead over the Regals. You see Lauren Gott going to that approach. Great meetup from the defense of the Regals. Great, I think it's roll shot from number 13, Kira Mortensen, the middle blocker.
I'm loving this offensive option right now for the Leopards as they're going to serve receive with Lauren Gott, Zachy Kostin, and Kimmy Watanabe.
Yeah, and
this is a great rotation for them right now.
Yeah, and Bree, they're feeding the ball very nicely overall. And that's something that I think the Regals need to take a play out of the Laverne playbook right there.
Great block for the Laverne Leopards. Again, we're just kind of facing our blocking arms towards the outside of the court. If our blockers can just make sure they're rotating their body, their core really towards the center of the court, they're gonna shut that ball down.
Now it's 14 serving 22. The Regals trying to crawl back into this first set. Great awareness from the libero of the Regals side.
There we go.
Bringing the house down is Lauren Gott, number 11. And her total, adding her total to her blocks on the year. She's a fierce competitor. And she shows it every time she steps out there. Now, one of the seasoned veterans, number 4, Madison Smith, the libero.
And you know, Madison Smith has been another athlete that I've been watching the past few years. Love her serve, love her defense. Her platform on serve receive is just money every time. Another just talented volleyball player all around.
And now she has a chance to, you know, take this set point in this first set.
Look at that float serve, no spin at all, making it so hard for the passer to read where exactly it's gonna go.
And that's just experience to a T.
Experience and repetition. You know that girl has practiced it a million times at least.
And the Leopards close out the first set, 25 to the Cal Lutheran, Regals. You're watching SCIAC Full Volleyball and Full Sports and LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And we are back as the Leopards took the first set for the SCIAC Conference matchup over the Cal Lutheran Regals. So the Regals now down 1-0 in this matchup. Got to crawl back into this one. Laverne just gains momentum, trying to get it and take set 2. We'll see who gets it. And I think the keys for the Regals is trying to find an option, especially like you said, on the third pass. They don't want to take those approaches early on, like you were saying, Bree.
Absolutely. You know, going into this next set, I think the mindset for Laverne should be cleaning up any small errors, making sure that any free balls, any out of system plays, that they are just really working together as a team and working on that communication so that they continue to execute.
Yeah, and for Laverne, what would you say? Just sticking to the same game plan?
Yeah, you know, I think offensively they can kind of clean a few things up, making sure that they're looking for the areas on the court that are open. You know, we have such a talented team at jumping this season. I'd like to see them really look at the court, the entire court on that side, and not just kind of put it in the most predictable areas for them.
Well put, and it's obviously just improving overall as the season is going. And I think even you're in the driver's seat now, just going on as a postseason approaches, and you want to always find the ways to get better. And that's something that separates yourself because you're going to play harder teams later down the line. And, you know, Cal Cal Lutheran Regals, this is a great test for them as well, trying to get into that SCIAC championship berth as well and try to get more into that seeding. So they're just going to try to find a way to shock these Leopards in the second set. And I think we're going to have, you know, two people just going battle and just going head to head, and let's see who gets on top.
Absolutely. You know, for Cal Lutheran, Laverne's just one of a few teams that they're going to have to go through to get to that conference championship tournament. So, again, good practice for them, and they should be learning through every opportunity that they get tonight.
Yeah, so here's the start of the second set. If you're just tuning in, Laverne Leopards took the first set over the Cal Lutheran Regals. Now will be the start of the second set. And it's just more action-packed SCIAC Conference volleyball. I think one thing that I would say from, you know, an outside perspective as well is testing both sides, the opposite hitter and the outside hitter for, you know, the Regals. They kept going more on the opposite hitter's side. I think they just got to take Laverne and get them shocked, Bree.
Absolutely. You know, if I'm on the other team, first thing I'd be thinking is, let's get the ball away from Maya Ray, and attack the weaker blocker. That's front row.
Yeah, and that's something that's hard because Laverne has been training everyone to a high standard, and it doesn't matter who they take, you're going to have your hands full with these Leos. Now serving for the Leopards, start of the second set, is number 11, Lauren Gott. Testing the libero for the Regals. And that's how you jumpstart your offense right away. And that's the opposite hitter, number 16, for the Regals, Sophia Mueller.
And they did go away from Ray. They went to the outside, the right side blocker for Laverne, and she was able to find that corner shot.
Now one, serving none. The Leopards trying to bounce back, tied it up. Regals in the lead so far. Good diving save from Madison Smith. And there you go, the two-time All-American Maya Ray with that kill shot, clawing her way back into this second set, excuse me. Now all tied up, one serving one. Number 26, Allison Whiteman serving for the Leopards. She's a new addition for the Leopards this season. Now serving straight to the libero for the Regals. Good pass from Lauren Gott. Great response from the defense of the Regals. It's a roll shot from number 5, Vanessa Marquez. That's a roll shot, right, Bree?
Yes,
okay.
You're right. That's an out-assist from roll shot.
I just want to make sure.
Trying to catch off the blockers by approaching hard, but then just at the wrist, letting it go slow.
And that's one of the Leopards in the driver's seat right now.
I love that fast tempo that we just gave the ball to number 15, Caitlin Bloomer. That's the kind of tempo that Laverne's got to continue to practice. You know, it's one thing to keep in rhythm with Cal Lutheran, but if they're going to compete against Claremont and some of the top teams in the region the rest of this season, we're going to need to continue to elevate our tempo offensively.
Now, got awareness right there is from the Regals. Just got their point right there. Got Laverne in a little bit of disarray. They tested the back line, got that point. Now it's 2 serving 3, the Regals.
Great pass from Maddie Smith.
And they call it in line.
Kimmy Watanabe definitely saw that line ball. I'm glad she approached.
Now checking in for the Leopards is number 8, Zachy Kostin. Yeah, and Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew is just someone that is learning from this upperclassman of people. She's making her way and presence felt on this court here as well for the Leopards. Now 4 serving 2. That was Capistrano's serve. Good setup for Maya Ray. Now the Regals. Now, Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. Good save from libero for the Regals. Now Maya Ray. Good setup from Capistrano to Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. And the block from number 13.
Unfortunately, that set was just a little tight. I think Kimmy could have transitioned a little further out. She didn't have a ton of options.
And great credit to Kira Mortensen right there, just feeding off of that and bringing it right back to the Leopards. Now it's 3 serving 4, the Regals. A service error by number 10, Tess Holbert.
Cal Lutheran definitely has a lot of unforced errors tonight, which is, as we've seen, is a result of them losing their advantage many times.
And it's just those little things that cost you big time in trying to get back into this match.
Absolutely. You know, volleyball is a game of errors. The less you have, the better you're going to do.
And that's someone that's not going to make as many errors. I keep saying 2-time All-American because, again, President's greatness. Like you, a president of All-American right here, standing right beside me, watching another All-American out there. That's Maya Ray, number 23, fierce competitor. And you're probably excited or ecstatic to watch her play here tonight.
She's another fun athlete to watch, definitely, and I like seeing her attack the ball strong and fast like she just did from the back row. That's what I want to continue to see from her, that type of tempo, and especially if they're going to continue to compete at a national level.
Absolutely, well put. Now 7 serving 3, the Leopards over the Regals. Now set up from Holbert to her opposite hitter. Great defense from the Regals. Off balance play from Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. Great push from Capistrano to get it over. Great piece of hitting. An off balance shot from number 2, Caitlin Murphy for the Regals. Now checking in for the Regals is number 12. Serving now, Alexis Holloway. As it's 4 serving 7. The Regals trying to jump back in this second set as the Leopards got the first set. Now Holloway serving straight to Lauren Gott, that back line.
Lauren Gott just caught a little bit underneath the ball. She needs to continue to transition out so she can really get the angle that's going to best suit her.
I think it was a miscommunication on that pass. Now it's the Regals' point right there. Brings Alexis Holloway back up to serve for the Regals. Now it's 5 serving 7 in this second set. Now a lot of momentum on the Regals' side right now. Something they really, really need going against the Leopards. Now you're starting to see a tempo change differently as well, Bree.
Yes.
A little slower. There's a kill shot from the Leopards. And that was from Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. Now it's 8 serving 5. Madison Smith just checked in. And Allison Whiteman just checked in for the Leopards. Now Smith serve.
Great serve by Maddie Smith.
And that's an ace. Caught the libero off.
That's the float serve that I've loved to watch the past few years. Laverne's definitely gonna need to find a DS libero that can step into her shoes and deliver with that type of serve.
It's just a beauty to watch and something that takes a defense off guard when you have to, try to put that ball back into play. It's out of balance on the Leopards. It's a point to the Regals. Now it's 6 serving 9. The Regals to serve number 18, the libero for the Regals. Keegan Corley. Now Corley served right to the other libero for the Leopards, Madison Smith.
Nice strong approach from Lauren Gott. Great defensive play by the Regals.
Good setup for
Great defensive play by Maddie Smith.
Taryn Ruckert.
Great save by Maya Ray. Let's keep that ball in system if we can, Laverne.
Now into play, Madison Smith sets up Lauren Gott. Great diving from Keegan Corley. There goes Zaki Kosin on that approach. And Taryn Ruckert going to Maya Ray. Now Allison Whiteman with that roll shot. Set up for Allison Whiteman. Great rally overall. Great save from Keegan Corley diving in there. It's a great rally. Probably one of the best ones we've seen all night. Another dive and dig from Keegan Corley. It'll be a double hit.
Oh,
nope.
Unlucky call. Net violation on Laverne. Ball goes to Cal Lutheran. What a rally. And you know what? It's those long rallies when you get tired and you make those little mental errors of hitting the net or hitting it out And those are the things that really come from experience and are learning opportunities.
Now a 7 serving 9. Keegan Corley just served it. Great piece of hitting from Allison Whiteman. She puts a staple on the game early.
And that's great that we had that ball from Whiteman because we needed that momentum back.
Like you said, get back into that tempo. It's something that is really hard to defend. But Cal Lutheran's finally setting in the game. The Regals are starting to make a stand against the Leopards. But now Vanessa Marquez up to serve for the Leopards, 10 serving 7.
Great float serve from Marquez, followed by a great dig.
A setup for Allison Whiteman, just a little over the head.
And unfortunately, no touch on the blocker for her.
Sometimes it's all power. You need that little touch in there just to try to even get to that back line. Now it gets the Regals a chance to try to tie this set up. Now it's serving for the Regals, 8 serving 10, number 21. McKenna Kalmura, service error.
Again, we see Cal Lutheran lose that momentum, going back to Laverne.
And so far, the service errors, which I don't know if he's right, but it's 2 service errors so far, 4 service errors, for the Regals, only 2 service errors for the Leopards.
Definitely 4 too many.
And that's an ace for the Leopards. Number 11, Lauren Gott. She's having herself a night. I think she heard you were coming, Bree, and she wanted to make sure that she put on a show for you.
Laverne getting their lead back, 12, serving Cal Lutheran 8.
It's a great serve from Lauren Gott. Great response for Cal Lutheran in adjustment. A setup for Kat Bloomer off the assist from Vanessa Marquez. That's lethal. I'd like to call it Laverne is lethal. Now 13, Laverne serving Cal Lutheran Regals, 8. Lauren Gott, number 11, serving for the Leopards. Regals trying to get back into this. Do not want to let Laverne extend more of their lead.
Great out-of-system ball from Lauren Gott.
Great piece of hitting overall from both. Now a setup from Maya Ray on that touch. Soft hit from Keegan Corley.
A little tight out-of-system ball, a little too tight.
And they're going to call a tack error on that, I believe.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe we crossed, or I think it was a net violation, and if not, we may have crossed underneath.
You're right. I think it was a net violation, crossed underneath it. And the point goes to the Regals. Now to serve for the Regals is number 9, Taryn Ruckert. 9 serving 13. A setup for Kat Bloomer. Good setup from Kawamura to Taryn Ruckert, but over the head.
You know, it's nice to see setter Vanessa Marquez kind of come in as a junior and continue to set the tone. Obviously, Malia Capistrano is very talented. We know she can lead the team, but it's good to see another upperclassman that's able to do that for the Leopards with their offense.
Definitely that, and Vanessa Marquez is coming from Citrus College. She's put the hard work in, and she, brings depth to the Leopards that much needed in volleyball. You want to have a lot of players to go and choose from in your team just to make it that much stronger.
Absolutely. There are pockets of depth in the 3C2A that I'm sure that she competed against, and it's nice to see her bring that experience here.
Great hit from Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. She does not look like a freshman. I'll tell you that right now. The kill shot from her. Now a couple subs checking in for both sides as Zachy Kostin checks in for the Leopards and number 24 for the Regals.
Yeah, it's great. It's going to be fun to see Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew continue to develop over the years. Again, she's coming in pretty talented, and she's only going to continue to grow.
Now it's 15, serving 10. Leopards in the driver's seat over the Regals. Second set, Laverne took the first one. And that's a hit from number 16, Sophia Mueller, putting the response.
I'm trying to get...
And now, that's 11, serving 15. The Regals 11, Leopards 15. Now to serve is number 10, Tess Holbert, the setter for the Regals.
Laverne's held that 4-point lead pretty consistently the entire match so far.
As a setup for Maya Ray, that connection of All-Americans is lethal as Capistrano All-American and two-time Maya Ray bringing that defensive pressure. Good save from Malia Capistrano on that dig. Now a setup, Holbert to Ruckert. Now Smith setting up Maya Ray. And it's off the deflection of a Regals player. And Maya Ray just picks her pockets, delivers like she always does.
Yeah, you know, I can understand as an outside hitter that she's trying to mix it up. She thinks, you know, a tip here, a tip there might help, but offensively, if they haven't stopped you, there's no reason to slow it down. Continue to swing.
Definitely on that. I think you say a little service error right there. So it's 12 serving 16. As the Regals have 12, the Leopards have 16 in the second set. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want to say
you
on
know,
that.
and that just comes from my own experience. I can remember my junior year being in Maya Ray's shoes and thinking, oh, I'm going to mix this one up because they know I'm going to hit. And my assistant coach, who's at University of Oregon coaching now, Erica Chittister, pulled me aside and said, hey, Bree, have they blocked you? And I said, well, no. And they said, then keep swinging.
Yeah, and that's crucial, especially in the offensive point. And that's a great point from Laverne. Got Alexis Holloway off balance. Great effort from her trying to even get that out of system ball back into play.
But I think that's just one of those things, going back to Maya Ray, that she's continuing to learn and understand, and she's going to continue to get confident in her own style of play on the court.
Yeah, and that's a great kill shot.
Big swing right there from Cal Lutheran. Right side hitter Caitlin Murphy.
Yeah, number 2 now trying to bring some offensive momentum back for their side. It's 13, the Regals serving 17, Leopards. Great setup from Lauren Gott. Now Corley just sets it up. Holbert sets it to her middle blocker. Another setup for Murphy. Now Smith sets it up to Capistrano, to Maya Ray.
Great.
One thing they say about her, Bree, it's called all day Maya Ray.
I love that. Great swing from the back row, great strong attack.
And she, early on in the season, passed 1,000 career kills, and she's only a junior.
That's exciting, and it's going to be exciting to continue to see her play the rest of this season and next.
I hope one day she keeps going on this track. Definitely has a future in professional volleyball, I believe, especially for Maya Ray, the way she plays, Bree.
You know, hopefully there are opportunities. The sport is growing. You know, we're seeing a lot of gender equity issues in professional sports every year, but the growing of the sport is what needs to continue to happen, so that it's not just international opportunities, but also domestic as well.
Definitely. It's a great sport to watch. I think everyone needs to play it. It's just something that shows camaraderie internationally, but again, domestically, they need to have a league here definitely, because there's a lot of players here in the United States as well, all over the world, that just need opportunities to keep showcasing their talent. And Maya Ray and Malia Capistrano, a lot of the Leopards and the Regals as well, as Kira Morstan and Keegan Corley, all those people over there both just need opportunities to keep, you know, featuring their career.
Absolutely, and if not playing, hopefully coaching. It's exciting to see more former players at the helm of programs, both collegiately, high school, club. Again, just expanding the sport, expanding the love for the sport for these young women.
Yeah, and there was a timeout here in the second set as Laverne Leopards 19 over Cal Lutheran Regals 13. Now we're getting back into the play. See if Cal Lutheran can crawl back into this one and make it more interesting and force Laverne's tempo and balance, as they've been showcasing their dynamic ability to play on both sides of the ball. And credit to Ramona Middle School as well, or they were saying, you know, some type of middle school over there, you know, giving a chance to see, you know, some collegiate volleyball play is always great.
Yes, I love that their coach brought them out. I'm not sure if there's like an alumni connection or not, maybe, but it's exposure, right? It's exposure, and if we're seeing it a little bit more on ESPN and on TV, and obviously streaming social media is everywhere, but if players can watch it live, right? Just like you're saying, you've become more and more of a fan, having the
Absolutely.
exposure that you've had
Yeah.
growing up, playing a little bit and being
Watching
around
in
it.
high school and everything, just being around a great program.
Absolutely.
It's very crucial to watch this sport. Now 14, Cal Lutheran Regals serving 19, Laverne. You're just tuning in, Laverne took their first set. Now it's the second set, trying to find the conclusion if it's going to be Laverne taking the 2-0 or Cal Lutheran tying it up. And that's great defensive pressure and block from 16, number 16, Sophia Mueller. And credit to her teammate as well, being there, bringing the wall down on the Leopards offense.
15 serving 19.
It's number 21, McKenna Comer.
Great pass from Maya Ray. Lauren Gott with the big swing.
That's a kill shot from Lauren Gott.
And that's the speed and tempo that we need to see from her as well. You know, we saw Maya Ray kind of kick it up a notch in her tempo and continuing to attack strong, and we want to see that from Lauren Gott as well.
And here's a replay of Lauren Gott's speed and force ability. But now we see Lauren Gott on her serve.
You know, the reason why we want to see our outsides really fast on the ball and have a really fast set is because the middle blocker and the wing blockers are sitting on them, right? So they have more opportunity, a longer time to watch and block them. So we need to catch them off guard, as you said earlier today, with those fast sets and a fast running offense.
And that just separates yourself as well. And it's a timeout from Cal Lutheran Regals. It's Laverne Leopards 21 and Cal Lutheran Regals 15 in the second set. And we can go over some of these team stats as well as overall for Cal Lutheran on the season. They have 656 kills, and their opponents have 686. Now hear this, Laverne has 888 kills, and their opponents 703. That's a big drastic difference, as well as their kills per set is 13.1 Laverne's, and their opponents to 10.3. And then for Cal Lutheran Regals, it's 11.5 averaging kills per set to their opponents 12. So there's a big difference on attacking. And then for assists, Laverne has 819 on the year to their opponent's 634. And Cal Lutheran has 588 assists on the year to their opponent's 639. So, but the one thing about Cal Lutheran, like you say, their defensive approach, Bree, they have 859 digs on the year to their opponent's 890. So that just shows you that they fly around and they're doing whatever it takes to try to keep that ball back into play and just keep fighting.
And you know, it shows that we've seen it here tonight. They've extended the rallies, they're playing defensively, they have great coverage. It's just they're having trouble executing that third contact.
Yeah, and it's something that's been hurting them a little bit. Now trying to chase back into the second set as Laverne 21 over the Regals 15, now 22. And that's number 26, Allison Whiteman. And for me, it's a common sense of just knowing Whiteman's gonna do the same type of footwork where she does it, understanding as a senior for Laverne. She's brought a lot of experience. She's went to Mount Sac, she had national player over there, and then she went to Cal State San Bernardino, and then came over here for Laverne, so she's been around some stellar programs.
Right, so like Marquez, she's had that 3C2A experience and is able to bring it as a transfer student.
And now, Cal Lutheran Regals serving 16 to Laverne Leopards 22. Up to serve for the Regals. There's a little bit spillage, so they're just trying to wipe it. But up to serve for the Regals, when we get back, is number 9, Taryn Ruckert. Now, a 6-point deficit the Regals are facing. You got to find something here because Laverne's in go time mode, like you said, Bree. When go time mode happens, it's hard to stop it.
Absolutely.
Now set up for Marquez to Maya Ray. And that's easy, just like butter.
Through the block. It's hard to stop her when she's on top of her game and on top of the ball.
Now Laverne 2 points away from closing set number 2. 23 serving to 16. Leopards up 23 to Cal Lutheran Regals 16. Now Whiteman to serve for the Leopards as she leads the Leopards in aces as well, with 39 coming in here tonight. So she's great at serving, and she just got another ace. Now Allison Whiteman up to serve. Again, this will be potentially the match point, but it's out of bounds. So the Regals get another point to side out. 17 serving 24. Regals trying to halt the closure of set 2 on the verge of going down 2-0. It's off the hands of number 22.
Great pass from Maya Ray.
And that's a great hit to close it out. Number 15, Kat Bloomer off that hit. And it's Laverne Leopards 25 over Cal Lutheran Regals 17. You're watching SCIAC Volleyball on Flow Sports and LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back for this SCIAC Conference matchup. The University of Laverne Leopards over the Cal Lutheran Regals. If you're just tuning in, Laverne took in the first 2 sets, and it was for the second set of the closure was off the hand of Kat Bloomer, number 15, that middle blocker. She was the Leopard of the week. She's brought her presence. When the Leopards needed it, she closed it out in that go time mode that I just learned from the All-American standing right beside me, Brianna. How's it feel to come back here?
It always feels great to be back in this gym. You know, Leo for life, as they say, right?
Leo for life. Soon to be me. It's my last year, my 4th year, and it's so surreal. I've enjoyed a lot of moments in here in this pavilion, just understanding the crucial thing. And one thing about volleyball here at Laverne, it's been one of the highlights of athletics here. It's always showed the excellence. Credit to Coach Jeff Hendershot. And credit to Coach Matt Durant. He has brought a lot of experience, discipline to the Leopards volleyball crew. And he's just one amazing guy that always brings the resilience and brought them to, this mindset and just understanding what they're capable of. And
it's easy for me to talk up Coach Matt Durant. There's no Laverne athletics without him, and I think a lot of athletes would say that.
I would say that too.
I know my personal growth as an athlete and even as a young woman, he's mentored and been just a rock for me, and he's a big part of why I was able to increase my vertical jump for 6 inches.
Hey, that's
from
something
my freshman
crucial.
year to my senior year.
Especially, you never told me your position. What is it?
I was an outside hitter.
Okay, so then as a vertical, that's very crucial as an outside hitter, being able to get on top of that ball and deliver that drive. As they just showed your banner of 2008, Brianna Gonzalez. And now we got a couple more All-Americans out there on the court as Maya Ray for 2023 and 2022, and Malia Capistrano as well, number 19. So it's just, again, that excellence bar as we see going into set 3. I'll talk about the history of my coach at West Covina High School with Matt Durant a little bit later after this next time out, because you're going to love my story about Matt Durant.
I always love Matt Durant stories.
So now the Regals facing a 2-0 deficit, trying to find a way to get a game on the verge of getting swept. And they need to be able to just go back into this driver's seat and extend their lead as far as possible on this Leopards team. And let's see, it's going to be off the hand of number 21, McKenna. Kawamura. Now out of system play for Laverne. Easy point for the Regals. And just like that, set 3 is underway. Now number 21, Back up to serve for the Regals. One serving none. Number 21, McKenna Kawamura. Straight to Myre. Set up for Allison Whiteman on that kill shot. That was so hard to defend for number 24 for the Regals, Kennedy Smith. Again, I've watched Allison from high school, from West Covina High School. Yeah, shout out my high school. And to Mount Sac. And she's improved as a player, and she's brought in a lot more. And I'm going to keep just highlighting that because she's a crucial part of this team.
Well, and how fun for you, right, to be a friend and to see her on her journey and grow as an athlete and as a young woman, I'm sure, and just to see her continue to thrive. That's got to be fun.
Yeah, and now we're going to see, what she can do in this postseason push-off for a SCIAC championship as well, trying to contend.
Would love to see Laverne bring home a conference championship.
It's been a while.
We need to keep that banner going.
Yeah, the last time was 2008. That's 14. No, not 14 years ago.
Hey, Zach, let's not age me tonight.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Great, thank
That's
you
the
so
last,
much.
and that was your senior year too. That's crazy. Great effort from the Regals. Point goes to Laverne. It's the deflection of.
I think it's just safe to say it's been too long, and we need it back.
Yeah, don't want to make enemies with you, so yeah, you're right. Now 3-2 serving 3, the Leopards 2, Cal Lutheran Regals 3 in this set 3. There's an All-American right there, number 19, Malia Capistrano, the setter. Very crucial for Leopards' success as well. Great save from Lauren Gott, extending in that acrobatic play. Good setup, way to meet up from the net from Maya Ray and Zachy Kostin. Two stellar players for Laverne. Now Ray's shot. Now Keegan Corley on that response. Set up for Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. Good hit from Ruckert to Smith. Now a set up for Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. And that's a kill shot from her, off balance. Those Regals were on that shot. The freshman coming alive. And as a freshman as well, when you go with sophomores, juniors, grad years, and seniors, it elevates your play to a whole nother level being on a court.
Yeah, and it's just so exciting to be around the leaders in your program. And I remember as a freshman starter, like that was.
She made another play right there.
Just so much fun, and it makes you want to play for them, play for your elders, play for your captains as a young freshman athlete.
Bringing the house down was Zachy Kostin and Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew on that play. Now 4 serving 3, Leopards 4, Regals 3. Now Corley, pass from Kawamura. Now a setup, a quick adjustment from Maya Ray on the bump pass. Now a setup to Watanabe-Mayhew. Good defensive pressure. Way to save it was Ruckert. Another roll shot attempt from Maya Ray. Good rally overall. There's an error from number 15 as eventually gets the point too. The Leopards, 5 serving 3. And here's the replay on that. It's a little error from number 15, Kaylee Clayton. Now number 19, Malia Capistrano, up to serve for the Leopards. Good pass from Kostin, set up to Lauren Gott. Good setup pass from Capistrano.
Crossed underneath the net. Violation Laverne, point Cal Lutheran.
Net violation right there. Now, the Regals up to serve. 4 serving 5. It's their libero number 18, Keegan Corley. Good pump pass from Lauren Gott. Good deflection from Laverne. It's a good rally overall. Good setup for Cal Lutheran. Great assist from McKenna Kawamura to number 15, I believe, that got that kill shot. Kaylee Clayton. Yes, she did. That was a great play from Kaylee Clayton. She had an error right before that, and she came back swinging. Staple to her game, and she just trusted herself on that play. Now it's all tied up in this set 3. 5 apiece. But now Laverne just takes the lead right back. It's 6 serving 5. Leopards 6. Regals 5. And set 3. Number 23, Maya Ray. And what do you feel like is the best part of her game, Bree? You know, just as an outside hitter to another outside hitter. There's a service error right there, but just in general for Maya Ray's game.
You know, it's just the things that come natural to her. She takes advantage of her height, her length, her ability to jump. When she gets on top of the ball, she does what she's supposed to do, what she was born to do, you know? And it's fun to see a player take advantage of what they have naturally.
And that's another person that's naturally gifted at volleyball. Number 8, Zachy Kostin.
That was a great reach for Zachy Kostin, and I love seeing her get on top of the ball like that.
And now 7, serving 6, Leopards 7, Regals 6 in set 3. KP, grad assistant, number 21 for the Leopards, another libero. So both liberos are seasoned. So like you were saying, Bree, it's going to be hard to replace both of the liberos as they brought in a lot of experience for this Leopards team. It'll be a net violation, or yeah, was it a net violation, Bree?
I was trying to understand. I don't know if that was a contact play or if it was the net. I didn't see what the referee held up.
No worries. Got both of us off guard. Either way, it's Regal's point. All 7 apiece in set 3. Now set up for Zachy Kostin. Great dig from Keegan Corley.
Strong swing from number 2, Caitlin Murphy, right side for Cal Lutheran.
And she's made some crucial plays for them overall in this conference matchup.
Yeah, you know, I have to admit, I do got a soft spot in my heart for the 5'9", 5'10" hitters.
Hey,
like
I'm 5'9" myself.
Absolutely.
5'10", so
it's fun to see them go after it, work hard, because I know what that route was like.
I was a libero actually in middle school, so I never got to hit the ball, but
you were digging.
Yep, all the time. Then I transitioned, played football majority of my life, played quarterback here at Laverne, and it's been one heck of a ride.
Fun, a lot of fun.
But now in the booth is my passion, and I love it so much. Credit to the LVTV3 crew for always giving me the opportunity, and Insane Shane. Now a point to the Regals.
Insane Shane, another soft spot in my heart for him, and can't say enough good things about him and what he does for the communications program here at the University of Laverne.
Yeah, Shane Rodriguez is someone that's gets a lot of just effort and, you know, stress too, but he's made it every worth it. Him and Mike Laponis.
Yeah, just so much
Two greats.
experience they share with their students, their passion, as well as just lessons for the industry and opportunities, I think, more than anything, that they've created for all of their students.
He has given me a lot of opportunities here, taking a chance on me. I mean, last year was my first year commentating. It's only been about eight months now, and I've just been trying to be taking it like a player mentality. But go back to the game. It's 9 apiece. Leopards, Regals, set 3. Leopards right here trying to extend their lead, and the Regals as well. Good rally overall. Set up for Allison Whiteman. Great pressure from the Regals, but they took an error right there, so it's the Leopards' point.
Yeah, great swing from Allison Whiteman. She found the hole in that block. That set was another set that was a little wide off the antenna, but she was able to approach to the ball and find that angle inside that blocker.
Veteran experience right there, Bree. There's an ace for number 11, Lauren Gott, who I can say is the player of the game so far.
Absolutely. Lauren is a player that would transition tremendously to sand volleyball.
Yes.
Just because of her athleticism.
And she is the leader in points for the Leopards here tonight for 10, and Sophia Mueller for the Regals is 7. Now, Leopards 11, Regals 9. Error, excuse me. Hits the net, so it's 12 for the Leopards in set 3. Now the Regals just need to find what they were doing in the beginning of set 3 to try to take a game from Laverne and avoid this sweep. It's very hard to play down, but they still have an attitude and mentality to keep fighting. Lisa hitting.
A little
Out
wide.
of bounce. Point to Laverne. It'll be a timeout for Cal Lutheran.
Laverne has their 4-point lead back.
And the replay right there just showed Ruckert had the right approach, just missed it wide. Now, I want to go back to what I was saying earlier was Durant's story, just to give him another guy that's brought a lot to Laverne athletics. So Matt Durant, I call him Coach Durant because I shouldn't call him Matt Durant. I don't get that privilege. So Coach Durant was actually my head football coach's strength conditioning coach here because he went to Laverne as well. Corey Tello was my high school coach for 2 years at West Camino High School, and he met Matt Durant, and he's actually on the wall for the weight room, power cleaning. He had the record for hang cleans at the time for the Leopards football program, and I never really talked to Durant about it because I felt like I have to earn my privilege, and that's something like he said, in the weight room you earn what's given to you, and you have to fight for it and be hungry, and that's what the Leopards volleyball program has done. They've been hungry, they've brought in championships, as we see a lot there for the SCIAC, and it just shows you how much Matt Durant pushes to these girls right here, and it shows their success as they're a second 7-2 for SCIAC, you know, China, and they're the only team that's brought in the loss for CMS this year, so they're trying to get them again next week. So it's going to be a jam-packed, and it's also my birthday as well that next Friday. So I get a lot of success here just being able to witness greatness in my eyes.
Absolutely. That's going to be a fun night.
Will be. Now, back to the game. 13, Leopards. 9, Regals. Point goes to the Regals. 4 hits. Can't do that in volleyball. Only 3 you're allowed. And now it's point and jumpstart some momentum for the Regals. Try to take this set 3. Now it's going to be 10 serving 13, Regals 10, Leopards 13. Off the hand of number 21, McKenna Komura, the setter, the 5'7" sophomore. Now, good piece of hitting from the Regals. Good setup from KP to Allison Whiteman. And then again, Allison Whiteman in the right position, right footwork, and the right time makes another crucial play for the Leopards. There's a replay on Allison Whiteman right there. Makes it look easy, she does. I would never play volleyball against these Leopards teams because I know I would not even get a point on them, I'll tell you that. Whiteman's serve. Now, set up Corley to her outside hitter. Great piece of hitting on that kill shot, number 16 for the Regals, Sophia Mueller. On the assist, Keegan Corley.
Looking at the replay right now.
It's just that 1-2 punch, easy, cool, quick point for them, much needed point. Now 11, Regals to 14, Leopards. Be a point to the Leopards, out of bounds. 15 serving 11, couple subs checking in for the Leopards. Number 19, Malia Capistrano, and number 8, the Energizer, Zachy Kostin. Got to meet Zachy Kostin a couple weeks ago. Great energy vibe. What she presents to you on the court is what she does every day. She's very authentic to herself. Credit to her. Point to Laverne. It's an ace.
Now we're climbing with that lead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that adds her total too, as Malia Capistrano came in for the Leopards with 29 aces on the year. And now she just keeps adding. That will be her 30th ace on this year. Now set up Capistrano to Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew.
Great speed on the set. That was the exact tempo of the offense. Kimmy was on top of the ball, but I think she just needed to finish her swing with her, you know, as a coach, we like to say nails down, follow through on that swing. She kind of just served it out a little
And there's
bit.
a replay right there, like you said. You want to be able to get that follow through, just like as a quarterback as well. Get that follow through across that opposite hip of your pocket, gives you drive.
Zaki Kosin with the kill for Laverne.
She's a threat. She is a threat always, offensively and defensively. She brings everything to this team. And I think personally she is the heartbeat of that team. Just the way she brings her attitude, it gets everybody going. Now Maya Ray up to serve, 17, serving 12. Leopards in the driver's seat to the Regals in set 3. Trying to sweep these Regals they are, and the Regals are trying to avoid it. There's a little miscue right there. Goes in favor for the Regals. A couple subs checking in for the Regals.
Out of system error for freshman number 2. Again, learning moment, right? Just out of system. She thought she was closer than she was.
Now checked in for the Regals is number 10, Tess Holbert. Serving for Regals, 13, 2-17 the Leopards. Now set up Capistrano to Kimmy Watanabe-Mayhew. Now's a point for Laverne off the deflection of a Regals defender. Now she got you right there, Bree. She wanted to make up for the last play she had.
Well, and that's a competitor right there.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be competitive. That's something that Coach Hendershot preaches to these Leopards. Be competitive. You need to, because later down the line, when the stakes are high, you got to play with the even, cool, collective attitude. Just like that. Another block for Allison Whiteman, bringing the house down on those Regals. The ULV house, if I like to say. Now KP, 19 serving 13, Leopards 19, Regals 13, KP serving straight to Corley.
Great pass from the Regals.
Great adjustment and save from the Regals to keep it in play. Now a setup for opposite hitter. Assist from Corley to number 15. That kill shot, Kaylee Clayton. I mean, even like a Clayton, like a last name, that's a first name too, Clayton. Like Clayton Kershaw as the Dodgers. If you're not watching here, the Dodgers are playing Game 1 of the World Series against the Yankees. So go Dodgers. As Alexis Holloway serve. Out of bounds now, another point for the Regals, climbing back into this one.
Speaking of the game, looks like it's top of the 10th, and we're tied 2-2.
Extra innings, that's a nail biter.
It's going to be a fun series.
And credit to one of my favorite announcers, Fernando Valenzuela, rest in peace. He was one guy that just showed everything.
Absolutely.
Fernando Mania, number 34, gave a lot of crucial plays for the Dodgers as he won their World Series with them in 1988.
And just so much hope for the Mexican culture.
Yes, absolutely. Good save from Caitlin Patterson. Little disarray. They're going to call it. It was 2. A little late call from the official. Goes in favor of the Regals. It's the right call. You can see a replay here.
You're slowly starting to see Cal Lutheran continue to work these rallies. We've talked about how defensive that they can be, and they're starting to find the right momentum plays and the right offensive moves to kind of get the ball back.
Better late than never, Bree, especially going down 2-0. I mean, do you think it's going to be enough to try to overcome it?
You know, I think Laverne's right in the energy that they need to be to finish this game, but you never know. You never know. It just depends on the fight that Cal Lutheran has and what they have left in this for the set tonight.
And now you're just checking in. Laverne did take the first 2 sets. This is set 3. They take a point away from Cal Lutheran, which is kind of confusing to me.
It looks like they called a double attack, but I think they called it on both teams, but I think they ended up deciding that Cal Lutheran was the first to double attack.
So now Marquez on the serve, 20 serving 14 Leopards, 20, 14 to the Regals. Myra pass, set up to Marquez to Lauren Gott. Great approach and block for number 2, Caitlin Murphy, who's been a bright spot for the Regals here tonight.
And Lauren's going to continue to work through some of those moments. You know, that was a fast set, tight ball, kind of set right into the blockers. She might have seen them a little bit too late and just thought she could power through. You're not always going to be able to do that on the outside. So that's where you got to kind of learn different tricks in your bag and know when to pull them out.
And no one better than Lauren Gott can do that. I think it'll be a testament to her game.
Absolutely. You know, every time she touches a ball, she's gaining experience.
Great awareness from the Leopards. KP, number 21, the libero. Point goes to the Leopards. 21 serving 15. And I think the player of the game, definitely number 11, Lauren Gott, up to serve now. And I'll say that firmly, and I stand on that ground. She played a phenomenal game tonight.
I agree.
Set 3. Serving. Great piece of hitting from number 13, Kira Mortensen.
Able to get through that block again. Bloomer and Maya Ray, you know, they read the block correctly, but we need to press a little bit faster, a little bit stronger over that net to make sure nothing gets through.
And that's reaction time too, I believe.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes that's
Absolutely.
just understanding that quick split second can mean so much. Now serving 16 to 21. The Regals 16 to Laverne 21 in set 3. And that's an ace for the Regals that much needed it as they're gaining momentum in this set 3. It's an ace for number 21, McKenna Komura. She's had 6 digs on the night and just add an ace for her total here tonight as well. But now, be a point for the Leopards, be an error. Now checking in for the Leopards is number 1, Isabella Emmanuel, excuse me.
Freshman from Chino Hills.
Some crucial minutes
Absolutely.
for a freshman, especially just to get your feet wet, especially in SCIAC Conference. You need it because you never know when your number will be called. So you got to be ready in that mindset, especially mental reps, I like to call it, as a quarterback.
Absolutely.
I knew that very well.
Absolutely.
Now block as she just came into the game. Number 1, Isabella Emmanuel,
Phenomenal.
bringing the house down.
Phenomenal.
And you've seen her teammates just cheering her on. That just shows you the camaraderie LV has for each other.
Exciting to see.
Now Laverne 1 point away from sweeping the Regals off the hands of Allison Whiteman. Point goes to the Regals. In this set 3. Dire fight. The Regals just trying to throw these punches, try to save this match here tonight. Now you hear the ULV chant on the roll shot. Great dig, miscommunication, and it goes off. Number 15, Caitlin Bloomer,
Love
seals
that.
the sweep.
That's how you want to end a rally, with a hard swing.
Yes, you do, the Leopard of the Week. And that closes out here for tonight. Laverne Leopards 25. Congratulations, slashing their way over the Cal Lutheran Regals as they improve to 8-2, as they are second. So Bree, the All-American, just tell me what you feel you saw here tonight as a recap. I give it to you.
You know, we saw Laverne definitely keep their momentum. We saw them work through a couple mental errors, but they found their momentum back and they kept the energy on their side. And they increased the flow of the offense, which is what we want to see. We want to see that tempo faster and faster as we continue to get further into season. Especially going against a nationally ranked team next week, Claremont Mudscripts. You know, get those Stags off balance November 1st and 7 p.m. Absolutely. I hope that they really come out strong, and you know, it's such a talented team that we have and talented coaching staff. So hopefully they're continue to work hard and practice next week so they can show it next Friday night.
And then for Cal Lutheran, just giving like a piece of advice is here, just extending their season as they fall to 3-6 now on the conference record this year. What would you say, Bree, from your perspective?
They did better and better each set, so they're obviously a team that's continuing to grow and learn from their mistakes and continue to focus on what they need to do well. They're a defensive team, again, we've said that many times tonight, so if they can continue to work on their offensive threats and finding what's going to be successful for them, they're going to continue to take it to teams in this conference.
Yeah, and their next game is against University of Redlands, October 26th, tomorrow at 6 p.m. And, it snaps their 3-game winning streak, but they have, opportunity to go bounce back against the Redlands team. And, credit to both of these coaches, Coach Jeff Hendershot for Laverne and Coach Kelly Rosell. They played, well coaching teams, and credit to them. Great rest and good luck for the rest of the year as well.
And you know what? Happy early birthday, in case I don't see you next week, Zach.
Yeah, well, I hope you come. I hope you come back for next week. It's a must-watch volleyball. But, again, thank you so much, Brianna Gonzalez, for just coming back and just giving everything you have. And, yeah, I am Zach Gretsch, signing out for tonight, alongside with
Brianna Gonzalez. Go Leos.
And you guys have a great rest of your night. And, yes, like you said, go Leos.